We done? Is it over?
Ada! Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing
No, I've
is a
heard that
cliché that
exact
only happens in your
sound
Hollywood movies.
track right there in Don't Do This With Your Graphic. There
Mr.
must be a
Kennedy,
stock
you
horror sound.
entertain me. To
Like,
show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of clichés.
yeah, you're as cliche as they come, Mr. Sandler. You're just a generic
Ada, stand
monster.
back.
And in generic fashion, once it becomes its true final form, it becomes weaker somehow. Because that fight with Ada was way more challenging. Aha. Okay. What do I do now then? Really? Of course! Fuck! I ain't got time for these shenanigans. Out of the way. Brother! This whole thing is bullshit. Bullshit and bullshit some more. Excuse me, guys. Are you fucking serious? Not the time to be reloading, Ada. Very bad time. Fuck's sake. Do you mind? This place is about to go to Kingdom Come, so fuck off. I don't care about any of the fucking loot here. I just need to get to where the fuck I need to go and be done with it. No rocket launcher for you, sir. And you too. Oh my fucking god, my aim is so bad. Luckily he killed himself because he's an idiot. Am I there yet?
Use this!
6 seconds to pass. How come no booze? This is gonna be split into 2 parts. Simply because if this turns out to be the final part, it'll have to be split into 2, otherwise it'll be insanely long. Because of the after talk and shit.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
She didn't hit the button, or did she? Think about it. How'd you know the helicopter was going to be there? And who's piloting? We got no answers to the questions brought by this scenario. All we know is that Ada's working for Wesker for her own means. Whatever those means are, I don't know, because it didn't answer a damn thing. It's just an alternate scenario to have more combat. This is really lounge music sounding, isn't it? I don't even know what key it's in. Whatever key is in, I'm just gonna just play some 7 chords. Because that gives an extra loungy sound. The S stands for stylish. What the hell was that? Wait, that would imply that I think the trophy was for locking all the costumes. I mean, what are the other costumes? 72% hit radio, that's better than the main scenario. 34 enemy skill, number of times killed 11. Granted, they were all specifically in a few chapters. There were a few chapters where I didn't get any game overs. Clear time 5 hours, 42 minutes, 23 seconds. And so why not? Now you can buy a Chicago typewriter from the merchants. It says a typewriter, but it's showing a gun. Is the gun called a typewriter? I know, since I got the guitar in hand. The safe room from the first game. You know, I looked up tabs for the for Resident Evil 4, and it has the safe room music, but it's really vague. I don't even remember how it went, but the tab was like really brief. But if it's anything like the other games, then it's probably in Dorian mode. Let me try to figure out the safe music here. At least what key it's in, maybe. It's probably in the key of G major, E minor. But keeping in mind Dorian mode, that'd be A minor then. No. Maybe it is, I don't know. Completed! But before I wrap this recording up and maybe the final part for this LP, not necessarily the final part is in, you know, the old last of the recordings for it. Might be G sharp minor. Just like it just happened to have my guitar at hand. And I'm picking up, and now I'm like, no, let's try to figure it out. Before, wait, Ada's report, what's this? Oh, just those. Did we get report 5?
It wasn't easy, but
No.
I'd say the mission was a success. Getting my hands on the sample was my initial objective, after all. But I've sent Wesker a different present, just as the organization ordered. Pretending to work with him was entertaining. Albert Wesker. I wonder where he's headed next. Something tells me this whole affair has just been a taste of what he's got in store. To him, Umbrella represented power. He used it to hide behind while he made plans of his own. And now the Umbrella's been folded. With the sanctuary of their old Umbrella ruined, those in power struggle to erect a new one. They are aware of their own crookedness and deceit as they engage in their personal war of light and darkness. That's why Wesker will stop at nothing in opening his new Umbrella. The giant pharmaceutical corporation S maintains medical and drug facilities the world over. We know for certain that Wesker has been in contact with them following Umbrella's demise. There's no doubt we'll next hear from him there. The organization must remain vigilant. But Wesker's not stupid. He knows exactly what the organization is thinking. He and I still have time to continue our little game of cat and mouse before the next move is played. This mission may be over, but the battle is just beginning.
This is just like, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the plot starts to jump the shark, turn around in slow motion, rocket launcher, like I said, boom, blows that shark to smithereens. Because this is clearly where the plot kind of jumps the gun, jumps the shark, goes completely off the rails. rails. I mean, granted, they kind of went off the rails on the third game. You know, a whole freaking city got destroyed. But it's like, how can we top that? We've got to like make it obscenely over the top. That reminds me of another game, Corpse Party, series, I should say. Like I LP'd that. It was the past. I was still LPing it last year because it went on past the October special, much like this one did. And you know, the original Corpse Party, on its own, nice game, good story, decent. But just ignore the sequels. I played, what was it called? Blood Drive? And my god, it just, I just couldn't stand it. It had moments where it's like, yeah, this is alright, but they had these stupid fucking characters introduced. They just ruin the atmosphere. And it doesn't end up being a horror game anymore. It's just a freaking drama with a bunch of unlikable characters. And then you freaking, like, put the, the scale of everything. It's like, oh no, it's not just a matter of life and death for, like, the students trapped in this school that's trapped in time and some dimensional other bullshit. No, it's now affecting the whole world. Here they went freaking series just jump the shark and kind of go a bit overboard. It's like, no, tone it fucking down. Keep it grounded, even if it's not realistic. Keep it somewhat grounded, because as soon as you go to like a global scale of shit, that's when you kind of lose the plot and it becomes too freaking absurd. I mean, if it's shit that actually has shit like that, like take the Dragon Ball Z and all that, for example. It's like that shit, you know? This is understandable. That's kind of what the series is about. Over the top, crazy freaking shit like that. But you know, in a game that's like grounded somewhat in reality, but with like in Corpse Party's side, I'm more of a kind of paranormal, supernatural kind of vibe, but still mostly grounded in reality. Much like Resident Evil, it's over the top because you got these freaking crazy bastards and their bioweapons and their very questionable motives, whatever they may be, and you know, it just kind of ends up going too off the rails at some points. Blah 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 blah. I mean, in the first game, he was like, you know, double-crossing Umbrella even back then, so he's like, he works for them, but he has his own motives, because he likes the taste of that power, and he can hide behind Umbrella so that he can continue his shit. But without it, he doesn't have that anymore, so now he's trying to leech off of some other company to resurrect all that bullshit. But he's not an idiot, you see. Even though this, I mean, what is his motive? I do not know. Maybe it gets explained at some points. It's just so absurd. But I guess that's that. That's the plot in a nutshell. Absurd. I remember the first game, it was like, you know, it was over the top, let's just be honest. I mean, may I say again, freaking sharks. Freaking sharks. And then you wouldn't expect to encounter sharks in that game, but you do. It's just like, it's just a bundle of all types of horror cliches. That's what the series is founded on, horror cliches. The only downside is when they started to go a bit too much in the action cliches and forget the horror cliches. You got to have the horror, man, otherwise it's not a survival horror game anymore. Let's have a look at the movie browser again. Maybe something new is spawning. Yeah, separate ways. Yeah, I still don't have whatever that extra scene is. Same with that one. Separate ways. Got them all. Before I wrap this LP up, except not really. This will be the final parts, obviously, but there'll be bonus parts because there's clearly 2 modes that look like they'll be good for bonus parts. I just can't confirm if they are exactly as I think they are, instead of just being an entirely new scenario added to the plot. Because if this adds to the plot again, then it's like another scenario, you'd be like, my god, the developers really loved Ada, didn't they? But seeing as it just says game start and no modes, I'm gonna assume it's like a lot more simple and straightforward and doesn't really contribute much to the plot. Just briefly checking it out. I know Mercenaries mode is probably gonna be like the other one in the previous game.
Have you retrieved the sample?
Not yet.
Some kind of trouble?
Sadler. He knows.
Ah. Your extraction chopper will pick you up at the rendezvous point as planned.
I'll be there.
Don't tell me this is plot again. Then it can't be the final boss. I mean parts. Mission objective, player 5, target samples ahead towards the rendezvous point. Do I have to? Is this really not over yet? Does this game not know when to end? I don't know what to title the final parts, because I don't know how much plot stuff is left. You're breaking my balls, game. You're breaking my balls. I don't know when the freaking final part is. Is it now? Is it after this? I don't even know. This game is just going on forever. I'll just charge into battle. Yay! Action! Yeah! The island's the best level in the game. So glad to be back here. It's absolutely the best designed place and not at all generic in any way, shape or form. Wonderful experience was had all round. This place is amazing. Great. Zombies that aren't zombies. Yay! Best part of the game. I'm still somehow alive. Oh, we're back here. Maybe this is the in-between stuff, I don't know. Maybe this was what happened in between. But then again, that wouldn't make any sense because I don't remember Ada wearing this outfit. Thank you. Now I can check out the Mercenaries. Maybe. I hope so. Does it take me back to the main menu? Please do that. Thank you. You know what? Even if it has plot to that, I am going to have a collection of bonus parts playing through that. Because this is taking the piss. You gotta know what to title the final part, you know? And have bonus parts after, but I just don't know. Okay, now we're definitely... Okay, Ada, Krauser the Trouser, some dude, possibly Wesker. Oh, we gotta pick a stage. Well, the castle is clearly the best stage. Eliminate as many Ganados as you can before the other chopper arrives. Success kills will result in earning you more points. Lock a new character with a solid rank. Where are they? I'm deliberately gonna fail this mission, by the way. I mean, I'm not gonna go down without fuck. I'm not exactly gonna go all out on these guys. You know what? Can I suplex one of you? Yeah! Let's take him to Suplex City! Hey! Shut up! I'm trying to do suplexes here. Let's go out with a blaze of glory. No, we didn't go out yet. This is me, sir. Suplex City! Ah, not Suplex City. That's Raccoon City. Because it's dead. Suplex City! Dead City! Also shitty. Now what I'll do, as much of a pain in the ass as it's gonna have, you know, an hour-long recording, you know, unedited, till I next get around to recording, what I'll do is, I won't, like, edit it until I'll play through assignment Ada in the next record session, whenever that'll be, and, you know, keep this recording unedited, so that if it turns out to be more plot-related stuff, then this recording won't be the final part of the LP, but not necessarily including bonus parts, of course, because I will play through the mercenary modes properly once we get through the final part, which may be this recording, or maybe the next one, when we go through assignment Ada. So I won't edit this part till then, but I will edit the parts that came before it. Pain in the ass and convoluted as fuck. Why do you do this? I was about to say Konami. No. Capcom, why do you do this, man? Separate ways, fair enough. Assignment Ada, I don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't really know if it's just some minigame bullshit like the Mercenaries. I mean, if it was, then why does it have a plot element to it? But it maybe doesn't. I don't know, it's all so confusing. But I assume the extra costume is probably what she was wearing there. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyways, that will ought to do for this LP, and on with the after LP talk. If not that, then I'll see you next time for the bonus part. Well, see you next time for the bonus parts anyway, regardless. Alright, I'll do. See you next time. Well, yeah, might as well. It's like, usually I'd be like, peace out at the end of the LP, but because it's going to be bonus parts regardless, I guess I'll see you next time in those. So I hope you enjoyed the main scenario and the separate ways scenario, and hopefully my failure when I was getting, you know, pissed off and getting my ass kicked was more amusing to you viewers than annoying. Because, man, that scenario kicked my ass. Anyways, see you next time, dudes. See you next time.
Hello and welcome to the After LP Talk. So, with both scenarios cleared, I guess this LP is more or less completed, huh? Well, you know, there's gonna be bonus parts and all, but anyway, so, you know, what do you guys think of the game?
It's pretty good. Fucking hell, it really dragged on forever towards the end.
Yeah, the last stretch of the game got a bit tedious, but overall, a very good game.
It really was. It kind of went a bit too, you know, far into action towards the end there, but, you know, it's still a great game. And what do you guys think of the LP itself? While there were a lot of moments of fail here and there, I think it turned out pretty well.
It was alright, but you know, 71 deaths. You know, that was a lot of fail in this LP.
Well, it is a Resident Evil game after all. And, you know, with this being a blind LP on top of that, failing so many times isn't too surprising. But, yeah, it was pretty decent.
And now with that out of the way, allow me to introduce our guests for the After LP Talk. So, welcome to the show, Leon and Ada.
Hi, it's been a while since I was last on the show. Hello. So I see you've been on this show before, Leon. Yeah, I was on the show for the Resident Evil 2 After LP Talk.
Indeed you were. So, Leon, what did you think of the game? And what are your thoughts on the story?
The game was one hell of an adventure, wasn't it? It was great. As for the story, it was alright.
And how did you feel about the large gap in time between Resident Evil 2 and 4?
It was a bit awkward, but, you know, the spin-off games like to fill in the blanks in between those games.
I guess so. You know, maybe Loose Colour Rain 87 should help you some of the spin-off games that fill in the story between the games.
It'll be pretty interesting to see events that go on in between the main numbered titles of the series.
Indeed it would. So, Ada, what were your thoughts on the game and the story?
As Leon said, the game was great. The gameplay has really improved since the first few games. And the story, well, as Leon said, the spin-off games may answer some questions. As for the story in this game, well, it was decent. There's some mysteries still left unanswered by the end.
I guess you're not going to, reveal what you were really up to during the game there?
Maybe, if you pay attention, you may find some answers. But the overall motive for my character? That is a story for another time. She's as cryptic as ever, it seems.
I guess so. So, what did you guys think of the LP itself? You think Blue Skull Dragon 87 did a decent enough job getting through the 2 scenarios in the game?
Dying 60 times kinda sucked, but then I guess a few of those deaths were Ashley's. But overall, yeah, I guess the LP was alright. My thoughts exactly. While the separate way scenario got a bit messy towards the end there, at least I didn't die as many times as Leon did in the main scenario. Well, your scenario was, a lot shorter, so that's not too surprising. Maybe so, but it still went better than I thought it would. Anyways, maybe I'll see you around some other time. Bye.
Ada sure does love to leave abruptly, doesn't she?
Yeah, it can get a bit annoying sometimes. Speaking of Ada, there's still the Assignment Ada scenario I have to play through.
Oh yeah, but I hear it's, a short scenario. It's not even canon. I mean, what's up with that? So that's the reason why it's gonna be a bonus part instead of being the final part, so there's the answer to that.
I mean, just looking at her outfit in that scenario should make it pretty obvious enough that it's not canon.
You kinda have a point there. Ada sure does love wearing red dresses, doesn't she?
Hey, Leon. You ever, feel tingly down there when you see her in a dress?
What? Oh, I see where this is going. You're just trying to wind me up. Well, it's not gonna work on me.
Really? How boring.
I guess being part of the After Albert Talk for a second time has helped Leon understand what the evil Blackboard tends to do. That and it's pretty obvious, really.
Well, in that case, I'll just say that I hope the viewers enjoyed this LP as much as Leon likes staring at Ada's ass. Bye.
Yeah, still not falling for that old trick. Well, to be fair, there were more leg shots and butt shots in this game. Well, yeah, it's true. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this LP as much as that Blackboard fellow likes mocking people. Catch you guys some other time, later. Well, with that, I'd also like to say that I hope the viewers enjoyed this LP as much as Kontar loves anime.
But you are Kontar, aren't you?
Well, sort of. I mean, the way I appear in these is hard to like the actual character itself, right?
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Anyways, see you in the next After LP Talk. Bye.
And I guess, so with that, I also hope you you viewers enjoyed this LP. That bird sure does love to show up during these, doesn't he? Well, he, I went over this before, anyways. Or, should I say, I hope you enjoyed this LP as much as I like to eat fish. Get it? Because them dolphins, yeah. Okay, that was a bit flat, but I do hope you enjoyed this LP and you enjoy any little Blue Skull Dragon 87 LPs too. And that's all for this one. See you in the next After LP Talk. Later.